Over 60, drink this to naturally increase blood flow in legs. If you have celebrated your 60th birthday, you have probably been told a very persistent, very dangerous lie. You have been told that waking up with heavy aching legs is just a normal part of getting older. That cold feet, throbbing calves, and that restless, tingling sensation keeping you awake at night are simply the price you pay for a long life. But what if I told you that your age has very little to do with it? What if the discomfort in your lower half isn't a sign that your body is failing, but rather a quiet, desperate plea for a very specific type of nourishment? I know how heavy those legs can feel, like you are dragging weights through water just to walk from the bedroom to the kitchen. I know how frustrating it is to sit down in your favorite chair only to be met with a sudden sharp cramp. Or to pull off your socks at the end of the day and notice that the skin near your ankles feels tight, fragile, and strangely cold to the touch. It takes a toll, doesn't it? It can make your world feel so small, quietly stealing away your daily walks, your peaceful time in the garden, or your ability to simply stand and cook a warm meal without needing to sit down and rest. You are not imagining this pain, and you are certainly not meant to just live with it. Modern medicine often hands out prescriptions that merely mask these symptoms, putting a temporary chemical bandage over a deeper physical cry for help. But your vascular system is a beautiful, intricate network of rivers, and right now, the rivers leading down to your legs are slowly
This elixir
drying
burns
up,
with the strength of our
by
forebears.
microscopic debris.
It steels our veins for the
The
trials
beautiful
ahead.
truth is,
We endure
you
and
do
conquer.
not need a complex medical intervention to flood those rivers with life-giving oxygen again. You just need to look backward to an ancient, deeply read elixir that wise healers relied on for thousands of years. A simple morning drink that gently but powerfully washes the rust away from the walls of your veins, opening up the floodgates of circulation before you even finish your breakfast. Let us take a moment to close our eyes and look inside your body, to visualize the remarkable journey your blood takes every single second of your life. Imagine a magnificent branching tree, a network of vessels so vast that if you laid them end to end, it would wrap around the earth more than twice. In your 20s and 30s, these vessels were like supple, springy rivers, expanding and contracting effortlessly. Every heartbeat sent a powerful, unhindered wave of warm, oxygen-rich blood rushing down to the very tips of your toes. But as the seasons of life pass, as we celebrate our 60th, 70th, or 80th birthdays, the environment inside these rivers begins to change. Inside every artery is a delicate microscopic lining called the endothelium. Think of the endothelium as the command center for your circulation. Its primary job is to release chemical signals that tell your blood vessels to relax and open wide. However, decades of everyday stress exposure to dietary toxins and natural oxidative damage cause this delicate lining to become stiff and sluggish. Imagine an old set of iron pipes in a beautiful historic home. Over the years, microscopic layers of rust, calcium, and mineral deposits begin to cling to the inner walls. Slowly, silently, the space for the water to flow becomes narrower. The water pressure drops. The vibrant, rushing flow becomes a weak, struggling trickle. This is exactly the phenomenon occurring inside your lower body. The rust in your arteries is a combination of plaque buildup and cellular stiffness. When the pathway narrows, your heart has to work twice as hard just to push the blood down through your thighs, past your knees, and into your calves and feet. Because your lower extremities are the absolute furthest points from your heart, and because blood must fight gravity to return upward, your legs are always the first to feel the agonizing effects of this drought. That is why your feet feel like blocks of ice,
What
even
a
under a thick
perfect day
blanket.
for this walk.
Why your
It really
calves
is. I feel
seize
so
and cramp
energized.
when you try to
Me
enjoy
too.
a
No
simple
aches at all
walk.
today.
And
Let's
why
keep
your
going.
legs feel so unbearably heavy and exhausted by mid-afternoon. They are literally suffocating, starving for the oxygen vitamins and healing minerals that are trapped behind the rust. But here is the beautiful truth of the human body. This rust is not permanent. The walls of your arteries are not dead, unyielding metal pipes. They are living, breathing, dynamic tissue. They hold the memory of youth, and they can be completely rejuvenated. You simply need to provide your endothelium with the specific natural compounds it requires to gently scrub away the stiffness, dissolve the blockages, and restore its natural life-giving elasticity. Long before the invention of synthetic pills and harsh pharmaceuticals, the ancient healers and wise physicians of the past understood a beautiful fundamental law of nature. They believed in the doctrine of signatures, the profound idea that the Creator left visual clues in the earth's harvest, hinting at exactly which foods heal which parts of the human body. It is no coincidence, then, that the most powerful remedies for your tired, aching legs are painted in the deepest, most vibrant shades of crimson. When we look back at historical texts, from ancient Mediterranean scrolls to biblical scriptures, we find two miraculous gifts of the earth that were held in the highest possible reverence. The first is the magnificent pomegranate. In the book of Deuteronomy, the pomegranate is praised as one of the 7 sacred species of the Promised Land. Its image was intricately woven into the hems of the high priest's robes and carved into the towering pillars of King Solomon's temple. When you open a pomegranate, you find hundreds of brilliant ruby-red jewels glistening with a liquid that looks remarkably like pure, healthy blood. For thousands of years, this royal fruit was prescribed to the sick and the aging to restore their vitality, to literally breathe warmth and life back into exhausted, aching limbs. The second ancient gift is the humble yet mighty beetroot. While it grows quietly and patiently in the dark earth, its history is absolutely extraordinary. Historical records show that beetroots were carefully cultivated in the legendary Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The ancient Romans, known for their grueling marches and their need for unyielding physical stamina, consumed deep red beet juice to support their blood flow and preserve their endurance as they grew older. They understood instinctively that this earthy root possessed a quiet, grounding magic, a unique power to warm the extremities and chase the cold ache from aging bones. When you bring these two crimson wonders together, you create something far greater than a simple morning beverage. You create a potent, sacred elixir, a deep red chalice of vitality that holds the exact restorative codes your tired legs have been begging for. This is not a harsh, artificial stimulant. It is a gentle, natural awakening for your dormant circulation. Imagine holding a glass of this ruby elixir in your hands right now, watching the morning light catch its rich, dark color, knowing that you are partaking in a deeply healing ritual that has nourished generations of wise elders before you. With every single sip, you are sending a cascade of ancient, earthy intelligence straight into your bloodstream. You are giving your body the raw, crimson materials it needs to finally start washing away the microscopic rust, preparing to flood those dried-up rivers in your lower legs with a warm, pulsing healing tide. But while the ancients relied on their profound intuition, modern science has finally peered through the microscope to validate exactly why this crimson elixir is so miraculous. The secret to healing your heavy, aching legs lies in a tiny, incredibly powerful molecule called nitric oxide. In the medical world, the discovery of nitric oxide was so revolutionary that it actually won the Nobel Prize in medicine. Scientists realized that this fleeting gas is the master signaling molecule of your entire cardiovascular
This herbal
system.
tea is
When your
delightful, isn't
body
it? It's
produces
perfect,
enough of
and the
it,
garden is
it
so
sends an
beautiful.
Indeed, it
immediate
reminds me of our
commanding
younger
message
days.
to the
Yes,
smooth
but with better
muscles around
company.
your blood
And better
vessels.
tea.
It tells them to relax, expand, and open wide. This process is called vasodilation. Think of a garden hose that has been twisted and kinked, reducing the water to a frustrating, sputtering drip. Nitric oxide is the invisible hand that gently unkinks the hose, allowing a full, powerful rush of warm water to flow freely again. However, there is a catch. As we pass the age of 40, our body's natural ability to produce nitric oxide drops dramatically. By the time we reach 60, our levels can deplete by over 50%. This is precisely why your legs feel cold, stiff, and starved of oxygen. Your vessels are simply waiting for the signal to open, but the messenger has gone missing. This is where your morning glass of beetroot and pomegranate performs its absolute magic. Beetroots are one of the richest sources of naturally occurring dietary nitrates on the planet. When you drink beetroot juice, the friendly bacteria in your mouth immediately go to work. They convert these dietary nitrates into nitrites. As you swallow, these enter your stomach and flow directly into your bloodstream, where your body rapidly transforms them into pure flowing nitric oxide. The effect is almost instantaneous. Within hours, your blood vessels begin to expand, sending a fresh, warm supply of oxygen-rich blood rushing down your thighs, past your knees, and into your cold feet. But the beetroot cannot do this alone. Nitric oxide is a highly unstable molecule. It disappears from your bloodstream very quickly, often destroyed by oxidative stress. This is the divine purpose of the pomegranate. Pomegranates are packed with a unique class of powerful antioxidants called punicolagens. These antioxidants act as an elite biological shield. When you combine pomegranate with beetroot, the punicolagens sweep through your arteries, neutralizing the free radicals and protecting the nitric oxide. They ensure that the vessels stay wide open for hours, allowing the healing blood flow to continuously bathe the nerves, muscles, and tissues in your legs. Your feet and calves are packed with tiny microscopic vessels called capillaries. The powerful rush of nitric oxide, protected by the pomegranate, pushes through the stagnant buildup in those tiny vessels, delivering vital nutrients to starving nerve endings. You will literally feel the warmth returning to your toes. The agonizing cramps will begin to fade, replaced by a deep sensation of restored health. Waking up should not be a moment of dread, a moment where you lie in bed quietly calculating how much your joints will ache before your feet even touch the floor. Let us completely change how your morning begins. Let us turn the simple act of making a beverage into a sacred healing ritual, a quiet daily promise to your body that relief has finally arrived. When the house is still quiet, and the soft morning light is just beginning to filter through your kitchen window, I want you to take a few deep, calming breaths. This is your time to heal. To create the Crimson Elixir, you do not need complex machinery or exhausting preparation. You simply need high-quality, organic ingredients. You can use pure cold-pressed juices from your local grocer or high-quality organic powders if that is gentler on your hands. Pour half a cup of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice into a glass. It is vital that you choose pure juice absolutely free from refined sugars or artificial syrups that cause inflammation and stiffen your arteries. Next, add half a cup of pure beetroot juice or 1 heaping teaspoon of concentrated beetroot powder. To this deep ruby blend, add a fresh squeeze of lemon juice. The natural vitamin C in the lemon acts as a powerful catalyst, rapidly multiplying the production of nitric oxide and helping your body absorb the earthy iron from the beetroots. Give it a gentle stir. Pour this vibrant, glowing liquid into a beautiful glass. perhaps a glass that brings you joy or holds a fond memory. Do not rush this process. The timing of your ritual is deeply important for your vascular health. For the absolute maximum absorption of nutrients, you must consume this elixir on an empty stomach exactly 30 minutes before you eat your breakfast. During the early morning hours, your blood pressure naturally spikes and your blood vessels are at their stiffest. Furthermore, your digestive tract is entirely clear, allowing the nitrates and antioxidants to bypass the digestive traffic jam and instantly enter your bloodstream. As you take your first sip, do not just swallow it right away. Let the liquid rest gently in your mouth for a few seconds. Remember those friendly microscopic bacteria we talked about? They live on the back of your tongue, and they require a moment to begin converting the raw nitrates into the magic of nitric oxide. Sip it slowly, deliberately. With every single swallow, close your eyes and visualize that stubborn microscopic rust inside your veins, gently dissolving, quietly washing away. Feel the deep, earthy nourishment settling into your body, knowing that within minutes, a fresh, oxygen-rich tide will begin its journey downward. Picture it flowing effortlessly past your hips, cascading down your tired thighs, and pooling into your cold, aching feet like a soothing, warm bath. When you finally restore the rivers of life to your lower half, something truly beautiful happens to the rest of your body. You see, your circulatory system is a single magnificent closed loop. What heals the deepest roots of a tree will inevitably nourish its highest branches. When the arteries in your legs are narrowed and stiffened by microscopic rust, your heart is forced to pump aggressively against that resistance. This chronic strain elevates your resting blood pressure and exhausts your cardiac muscle over time. But when the nitric oxide from the beetroot and pomegranate widens those lower vessels, the vascular resistance plummets. Your heart no longer has to fight gravity and plaque to push blood down to your toes. It can finally rest, beating with a smooth, effortless, and peaceful rhythm. Imagine lifting a heavy, suffocating weight off the chest of an exhausted runner. That is exactly the profound relief your heart experiences when your leg circulation finally opens up. And this miraculous healing does not stop at your chest. As this vibrant, oxygen-rich blood flows more freely throughout your entire body, it travels upward into your mind. For years, you may have been struggling with a quiet, lingering brain fog, a frustrating forgetfulness that makes you feel disconnected from the sharp, vibrant person you know you are. The unique antioxidants in the pomegranate are small enough to cross the blood-brain barrier. They actively wash away the oxidative rust in your delicate cerebral vessels, delivering a fresh surge of oxygen to your brain cells. Slowly, the heavy fog begins to lift. Your thoughts become crisper, your memory sharper, and your focus beautifully clear. Meanwhile, this steady, unobstructed flow of healthy blood acts like a thick, warm blanket for your nervous system, gently calming the anxious, buzzing energy that so often accompanies chronic physical pain. When your legs stop throbbing, when that cold, restless tingling finally fades away into a comfortable, grounded warmth, your brain receives the chemical signal that your body is finally safe. Your nighttime sleep becomes profoundly deeper, and your daytime energy returns, not as a frantic artificial spike, but as a calm, enduring vitality that carries you gracefully through your entire day. There is a profound comfort in returning to the old ways, the simple, quiet wisdom that our grandparents knew so well. I want you to think back for just a moment to a time when you were very young, perhaps standing in your grandmother's kitchen. Do you remember the rich, earthy smells from her garden? The way the morning sunlight caught the glass jars lining her windowsill? The patient, unhurried, way she prepared food for the people she loved. She didn't rely on complicated synthetic chemicals to soothe an aching joint or calm a restless night. She knew with a deep and quiet certainty that the earth had already provided everything her family needed to heal. We have rushed so far away from that peaceful kitchen, pushed by a modern, fast-paced world that tells us to ignore our body's whispers and just take another pill. But your body remembers. Your body is waiting with infinite patience for you to return to those roots. As you begin this new morning ritual, as you pour your crimson elixir and feel the deep warmth slowly returning to your tired, heavy legs, I want you to know that you are not walking this path to healing alone. You are part of a beautiful, growing circle of wise souls who are choosing to reclaim their vitality gently and naturally. I would love to hear your story. If you have struggled with heavy, aching legs, or if you remember a special natural remedy from your own childhood, please take a quiet moment to share it with us in the comments below. Your personal journey, your precious memories, they might be exactly what another soul needs to read today to find their own hope and comfort. Take a deep, cleansing breath. Trust in the incredible ancient healing power of your own body, and may your steps be light, warm, and entirely pain-free.